let me explain about the test first. You don't have to pay money or anything on the test. But the first level and the second level doesn't mean you have to test with your instructor. That means you might have to pay for help. Like I can pay for the school over there. That means the first level and second level you might have to pay for your instructor or for your school. But the beginning test you don't have to. You don't have to pay anything. But you have to make sure you get ready to test. Now the test is going to be changed a little bit because we have a rule from last year we have a meeting. Now I have to have a headgear on and make sure for safety. And also you have to develop 14 count your own. And then you have to do 14 count. 2 14 count you have to develop. Because that I can tell you, you understand about the way to use the kick, elbow, knees. And then you might have to test about 5 questions. That means the person is going to have to test today. Okay, you can go some test over there and lie away. On the first hour when we start to work out, you have to go do lie away. And then I will tell you the end of after when I check the question. And then tomorrow you'll be prepared to test. That means you have 2 steps before you get into the test. Okay. Because we seem to be a lot of people test. Last year we have a lot of people test, but I think it's only not more than 20 people make it. And we got a lot of people get hurt, get knocked out, and then, it has to do with the person holding the path too. Suppose they don't want you to pass, you will never pass. That's why we have a rule a little bit to make sure and also the person holding the path. You cannot be the instructor. You cannot be the person work out with the test. Because this rule we not just do in this country. We go almost every country where we have a Thai Boxing Association. And right now our association come up pretty good. It just come up so quick, so fast, and pretty good. That's why I hope the one that will help me in the past to keep going, don't give up. Because we get into the highlight, it's just supposed to be the bigger one in the world right now. I went to Thailand just 2 weeks ago and talked to one of the Thai government, and he says our association is everywhere, and seems to be very strong and very disciplined. The person in the art association, in the Thai boxing, the one who started with me, seems to be very disciplined, more than anyone. Every Thai boxing right now seems to have a problem. Because the problem it came from when they just get too much in the business about the fighting and all, like the competition and all. But see, when you get in that thing, you have to get kind of in the business. But in our association, want to develop people to teach. That's what I explained to the Thai government about 3 weeks ago. We don't want to be in the business like train people to fighting. That's your own. You want to do that. But our main thing is we just want to develop the people to teach and to help promote Muay Thai in this country. And right now Muay Thai is all over the world right now. And that's why I wanted to make sure. So what you really want to do, put yourself to a little bit. Okay, after when you get it, you just get it. Stay with you over there. This week I'm going to make sure it goes slow and hard to watch everyone on the form. Okay. I might hold a pad for you a little bit, but don't worry, I'm not going to hit you. I'm going to try to see the way your form is. Because it's I went to Thailand and I talked to some of the training. Something I showed them over there. How to defend spinning back kick, because right now the way we work on how to defend spinning back kick, it seems to be work pretty good, and then it seems to be all the Thai boxing like to do right now. Last year I showed them a little bit, 2 years ago, and then they start to work on that one. And the boxing, that's why I showed them over there, because the Thai boxing they don't work out pretty much in the boxing, but right now they start to put themselves in the boxing. You can see we got a couple of them from Thai boxing become champ boxing. And right now we have another art. I'm just trying to put in this country Ikabi Kabong. Ikabi Kabong going to be the same, just walking the same line where we're doing right now. And the person I'm going to let take care is a Danny. And then suppose who put yourself very much in Ikabi Kabong in the future, you'll be the one going to help. Because right now, no one, probably about 1% in the United States is work on the Ikabi Kabong. That's why I put yourself, because Ikabi Kabong and Muay Thai thing together. Ikabi Kabong come first, and then Muay Thai follow. Because after when they put the weapon down, that becomes a Thai boxing. Now you have to know about each one. Ikabi Kabong and the Thai boxing, that is the same. Because it's Ikabi Kabong came first, that's Ikabi Kabong use the weapon when we're fighting. And then later, after when we stop fighting, we just develop to become a sport on the boxing without no weapon. We use everything except fighting. That time they use the headbutt too, but no more. They don't accept the headbutt now. But in the street fighting, they use everything. But in the ring, that's why to suppose you just study everything you can. But I just try to tell you about another art, so might become pretty strong in this country. It's Ikabi Kabong. It's not. The reason I just tell you because Danny teach the Kali, and I see Danny is a good person. Danny and me just like a family, same family, just like a brother. To me, he's just like my brother. I took him to Thailand to study Ikabi Kabong because I wanted him to, because he's the only one in this country I see can show the art to all the public. Then I let Danny work on the Ikabi Kabong now. And then in the future, I have a lot of students go over there to study. That's why I just work on any art doesn't matter, but you could just say it today and tomorrow we're gonna make it go easy, but a lot of combination. And I'm gonna keep the eye on everyone. Suppose I tell you to do something, I want to keep doing that one until you got it. So before you leave, I want to make sure so the thing I see you do wrong, you're going to be changed and do it today. Make sure you got it. The longer your form looks pretty good, it will be easy for me to work with you on the combination. And the longer you understand everything about how to use it, you'll be understand the combination I give to you. Okay, that's why I put yourself into a little bit where you're standing, box stand and kick stand. Box stand, make sure. So you can just go like this. Suppose you want to show somebody, you just step one, turn this way, back a little bit, move this arm a little bit, keep your short point to the target, the elbow closer. It's opposite way with the kick stand, but the person, the longer you understand, you can change from box stand to kick stand. You can change easy and quick. But on the kickstand, what you do is the same thing. You just step one, turn 45, and then move arm 45. Make sure the body is on the center. Stay on the tippy toes all the time. Doesn't matter front or back. Your body always square to the target. The hand 45 out. I don't want you to be too close like this, and I don't want you to be like this. A lot of Thai boxing do this, but this doesn't mean the shoulder. The person like to do this, doesn't mean the person like to kick or like to do the knee. Yeah. The longer you know that, you know line where I'm going to count two things over here. Doesn't matter what they're going to do, I'm going to go count two things. The longer you do that, you get it. That's why I don't want you to show what you used to like the most. I mean to show you. Some people stay like this. That means they like to do elbow. Remember, they open their hand and keep going like this. They like to do elbow because it's hard for them to kick, hard for them to use the foot jab. But a lot of people stand like this. Some people stand on a kick stand, but the bottom go like a low. That means they like to use boxing. You have have to understand this one too. The person go high class, that's what we call, that means they like to use the elbow. They like to use elbow. The person stand in this position, okay, that means, so that's where I like you to stand. You cannot tell what they're going to use. Suppose the people stand like this, what they like to use? Kick and knee, but they don't want you to come close. That person like to be out farther. But suppose the person stay like this, that means they like to be close, like to grab, like to do the elbow. Okay. Suppose the person stay like this, now kick stand at the bottom, the top, like this, what they like to use. You can tell like that. And then after I know this guy likes to do boxing, only two things I'm going to do. I'm going to do the knee and the elbow. That's all that until come up. Doesn't matter what they're going to go on. Boom. See, that's where you count. Okay? You understand this one now? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is the one going to test. You have this finish now. Okay, the one going to test. I want you to get this one, and you can go any pair over there, filer, like this quickly, and then when you finish, you can just hand it to me, and then you can come and work out. Okay? Okay, everybody come up, start this. Now what I like you to do, the first thing, I want you to work on the shadow box a little bit. Suppose you didn't step yourself yet, you just step real quick, and then I want you to square out and then work on boxing only. Okay, make sure stay on the box stand. Now the person, a lot of them over here, who's the one never work on the boxing. Okay. Now, I want you to stay in the box stand, make sure keep your elbow closer. Don't go like this, no. Elbow closer, keep your jaw and chin, make sure keep it covered. Okay, all the time after you jab, keep it covered. Okay. Don't drop your hand. Make sure you jab your right hand over here, you cross your left over here. Left hook, use your body weight and pivot, make sure, okay? Go slow, just like Simon jab, cross, yes, right cross, left hook, this is how it relax. Make sure stay on the box stand, okay? Go ahead, sir.
Partner? Partner? Yeah, sure.
Here, John.
Yes. They don't have any paddles.
And we cut them off.
Jerry cut it off. They wouldn't stay on.
Yeah.
They kept flopping.
Okay. So let me just one look. Now I'm going to work real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work 5 minutes and then change 5 minutes. You go slow 5 minutes and then change 5 minutes. Okay, and then after that you work on something else. I want you to take it easy. Don't put yourself hard. Take time, relax, start in the form. Okay? Now I'm going to let you work on the boxing real quick to warm yourself up. Okay? First, make sure the person stays in the box stand. Okay? Suppose you want them to jab, make sure the elbow close too. Okay. Now, there's a couple of things I want you to work on. Suppose you want the person to jab, you put your right hand over here. Jab. Make sure close over, don't go like this. Okay, just close it. Jab. And then you make sure when you jab, slow, is when you're back, then keep your shoulder up. Now suppose not, you just follow and follow slow. Make sure to keep the shoulder up. Okay? Now, suppose you want them to do the light cross only, you put your leg over here. Push. Later you can just go like this, the person hold the focus mid, you go. What you doing? Smash it. Okay? To get used to later. Jab. Cross, olive. Suppose you want to do the combination, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jab, cross, left hook, and then light cross. Go slow. What you do is jab, cross, the same one, jab, cross, left hook, and then light cross. Okay? Or you can be going 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, what you're doing when you make sure you just sometimes you use like this. See, a lot of people, and sometimes they use the elbow, they don't block it. That's why suppose you're not blocking, you're going to get hit. That's why I want you to use your elbow. But the way you block it, you have to make sure you this hand